remember, think whatever you think. Don't say it out loud.
All I said was Jeff is gay.
Bars will be closing here in a little bit. You guy won't even be able to make last call. Boy, I don't think I've ever bed this bad. First thing we got to do is get away from this balloon detector behind us.
It is drying out. It is going to get more racing.
What happened? A problem for Ty Gibbs. This is in the front.
Oh, wow.
Straightaway chicane, the Shelton chicane.
I heard the crowd in the background, and I wasn't sure what happened.
Oh, what? Oh, my gosh. He just gets
caution.
tagged by Jesse Awuji.
What is he thinking?
How does that happen?
Yeah, we got to get another replay to see. Did the pace car pull out and slow him down pretty quickly in front of the field is the question. I had this happen. I was at ORP leading the race. Pace car pulled out in front of me. Stephen Wallace got me, spun me out leading the race. So I know what he's feeling right now, but man.
It looks like the car's okay.
When trying to get his lap back at Portland in the inaugural race of the NASCAR Xfinity Series, Jesse Awuji would crash race leader Ty Gibbs under yellow. Ty Gibbs was able to keep his position, luckily, and save his race car without too much damage. But Jesse Awuji came flying in there without any hesitation, and I have no idea why he was going so fast under caution. I understand he was trying to get his lap back, but he definitely had to have seen the pace car and the leader, so I don't know what he was doing.
Heavenly Father, we thank you tonight for all your blessings. You said in all things give thanks. So we want to thank you tonight for these mighty machines that you brought before us. Thank you for the Dodges and the Toyotas. Thank you for the Fords. And most of all, we thank you for Roush and Yates partnering to give us the power that we see before us tonight. Thank you for GM Performance Technology and the R07 engines. Thank you for Sunoco Racing Fuel and Goodyear tires that bring performance and power to the track. Lord, I want to thank you for my smoking hot wife tonight, Lisa. My two children, Eli and Emma, or as we like to call them, the little Eves. Lord, I pray you bless the drivers and use them tonight. May they put on a performance worthy of this great track. In Jesus' name, boogity, 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 amen.
Jeff Gordon was in here and mentioned.
He came in here? Jeff Gordon came in
he
here?
He did. Yeah.
Wow.
I know, you're amazed.
That's awesome, man. I never would have thought Jeff Gordon would have came in here. That's pretty cool.
You're sitting right there, I believe.
He was sitting right here?
Yeah, man.
Oh, my God. I'm sitting in the seat Jeff Gordon sat in. That's awesome. Can I take this home? Can I take this? I mean, I win the race. Can I take this chair? Thank you. I'll send somebody back for it after I leave.
Yeah, Jeff Gordon mentioned it. He was sitting right there. He used that same microphone.
You would think I would feel the vibe from it right now and understand that, but
I do. It's unbelievable. I didn't script that or plan that, but hey, we've got a Hendrick front row. They're going to be tough to beat today.
All right, now this year.
Hey, Tony Stewart just came.
It's smoke.
He's already trying to take my job.
Tell him to get in the back seat. Get in the back seat.
Hop in.
no, I'm good. I'll sit on pit back so I can't crash.
Rain moved in. We lost the track. Air Titans were out, but check this out. This happened just a little while ago. That is probably a penalty right there. But the Air Titans and the track dryers are still out there efforting to get this track dry. And when they do, duel number 2 will get underway.
Well, this is not the winner.
I've never been wrecked by a wrecker.
Natalie Decker they're trying to push Natalie Decker off the track after being involved in an incident, and then
Pushed her onto it.
I think she wanted to turn on the pit road, and the record driver didn't realize that, and she was trying to hit the brakes, and
he was on the gas.
He was on the gas.
This may not be a pace car or a safety car, but I had to add this in here. It was just so funny to watch Natalie Decker get wrecked by a tow truck. In 2004, Tropicana the Orange definitely got a good marketing placement during the Kyle Busch interview and when somebody was doing their qualifying run. Yeah, the big orange that was on the back straightaway ended up flying onto the racetrack and the inflatable orange went for a ride. It didn't take long for NASCAR to realize there was a freaking orange on the racetrack and they had to delay qualifying and get this off the racetrack so they can continue qualifying for the rest of the field. This has to be one of the wildest things ever.
Seen anything like this happen before?
Well, now I know what Joliet Jake and Elle would have been up to.
Now, Todd did get his first lap in at a 30.68, which puts him 15th quickest.
If I were him, I'd ask for a do-over.
I believe I would too.
Well, but he got almost in front of him.
This
I
looks
believe
like
it's going to complete a lap, guys.
Hey, it looks like the geniuses in the PR department have thought of a new way to get their product on camera.
Is it going to miss the timing lights? Yes!
We didn't get a time on it, though.
This is the biggest crowd response of the day is for the rolling Tropicana inflatable.
You know what, though, Mike? I think it's going to fail tech.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to fit very many templates.
Nope.
The track truck is coming out to collect it, and it dwarfs the track truck. Watch this. Bet you've never seen that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like you, Mike. I feel like they owe Todd Zegedy a rerun here.
Yeah, that's a different one, and that got taken out over the spectator area. A lot of winds advancing with this front. Can you imagine? You're driving around into turn 3 and a spotter says trouble in turn 4. What is it? I don't know.
Never seen
but it's big and orange.
Guys,
okay.
I think this balloon is bound and determined to complete this lap.
Yeah, it has a mind of its own.
And it's going to ride the fence.
I've seen caution flags for a lot of reasons in the last 30 years, but this is a new one. Our Sprint Unlimited camera, which traveled over and across the track, had a drive cable, not a cable, but a piece of nylon and fabric rope that helped to move that camera along its catenary. Now, here it is, overhanging the track at turn 4. The first car coming is going to be Kyle Busch. That's going to catch in his right front wheel well, and it's just going to whipsaw the fender behind the wheel well. Now, where is it going to go? Watch Mark Martin right here. He's going to come along, pick up that cable. It's going to do a little damage to the left rear of his car. There it is in the air. It's going to catch on Mark's car, and then it's going to go underneath Marcus Ambrose's car. You see the camera getting kicked, the cable getting kicked up into the air.
Kyle Busch, who has led 18 laps and running over the cable, we certainly apologize for that camera fiber causing a problem, but they went to work right away.
Well, I knew those guys would get that thing prepared. All the teams bring fabricators, Chris. They come in case there's some sort of damage they have to go behind the wall and fix. You throw them a project like this, and they get happy about it. They say, we'll fix this darn car.
In 2013, when leading the race, the Coca-Cola 600, the longest race for NASCAR, the cable that Fox actually had to present this brand new camera fell on the racetrack and hit none other than race leader Kyle Busch's car. This would immediately ensue a red flag for a cleanup and repair of the camera, and Kyle Busch was actually able to repair his car under the red flag. In NASCAR, you shouldn't be able to repair your car under the red flag, but I guess NASCAR made special circumstances for Kyle Busch due to this incident. I mean, how often does a camera actually break and fall on your race car? It's pretty rare.
Well, here's proof that it's full moon Saturday night. Experts say it's best to water lawns in the early evening or early morning, around 3 a.m. So note to the grounds crew, deactivate the sprinklers on race night, please.
Yes, I'd say we have a small 911 here.
Put it out, turn 4. I have a spectator climbing the fence.
Security not doing their job. Guy climbing over the damn fence. I think that's the first time there's been a caution for somebody climbing up on the fence.
Go back to Martinsville, where Jeff Gordon, who has dominated, leading 180 laps this far, has a problem with the right front of his DuPont Chevy. He's hit something hard.
Yes, I think something's hit him hard, Mike, because there's nobody around him. Oh, there's your problem. Here's your problem right here. I think a piece of concrete possibly came up and hit Jeff Gordon's car.
So something off into turn 3.
Something happens right along in there. You see the dust fly up and you see the pieces flying. The track's must have a hole in it right there.
Here's a better look.
Boom, right there.
Wow. Now, the pits have not yet opened under this caution flag. They've been closed for some time, Dick Berggren.
Well, Jeff Gordon did say that he thought it was a piece of the racetrack that had come up and hit the right front corner of his race car. He is very unhappy, not surprisingly, behind the wheel of the car, feeling that he is having to pay a penalty for the facility on which he is racing this afternoon. Gordon has led the most laps so far today, currently in second spot. He will pit. He will be bringing that car down on pit road so the crew can take a look at it, make whatever repairs are necessary, but most important, to diagnose the seriousness of the problem on the right front. He said he hit so hard it actually jerked the steering wheel out of his hands when it hit.
That had to be quite a chunk. Now we listened in.
Just make sure everything is clear and good, we'll be okay. Just make sure everything's clear and good there, guys. Go ahead and change the tires also, right? 10-4, we're going to put 4 tires on it. I want to open the hood up and look inside there, make sure it didn't take out anything underneath there. It jerked the wheel out of my hand.
And you see that black stuff, all that tar and stuff. They had cracks in the track all around it. They went around and put tar in all those cracks. Clay Campbell said they're going to resurface this thing after the race, so looks like he knew what was anticipating.
Darryl, one thing I noticed looking at all these drivers get out of their race car, all of them are soaking wet.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, I'd say some of them, this is kind of a welcome break.
Oh, yeah, this halftime break is falling right in the hands of some of them because they were getting pretty burned up.
Dale Jr. looking at the crack in the track. Sounds like a Dr. Seuss book. Dick Bergman?
Somebody ran into me. Ricky ran into me.
Michael Waltrip, Dale Jr. walking away from the hole in the track at turn 3, and Jeff Gordon is making his case to Mike Helton about, hey, we're going to have to stop, but can I have my track position back?
I would say some drivers have bad luck and some drivers have good luck, but there are some times where drivers just have the worst luck possible when they have the most dominant car. Jeff Gordon at Martinsville is king. Nobody can beat him when Jeff Gordon has a good car, but the only way to beat him is for him to have bad luck. And this is what happened in 2004 at Martinsville. Jeff Gordon, one of the dominant cars, would drive into turn number 3 over halfway into the race. When he drove into turn number 3, a piece of the concrete from the racetrack would come up and hit his car. This would damage Jeff Gordon's right front fender and knock the toe out of the car. Under the red flag, when NASCAR was having to fix the track and repair it, he even spoke with Mike Helton, trying to manage any way he could at getting his laps back or even trying to fix his race car under the red flag. But unfortunately for Gordon, under NASCAR's rulebook, he was not able to finish repairing his race car under the red flag, and he had to repair it under the caution flag when the race resumed after they did repairs to the racetrack. It was an abysmal day for Gordon with such high hopes that went downhill really fast. When under commercial break during the 2012 Daytona 500, I don't think anybody expect when they were brought back to the broadcast, we're going to expect a car that was crashed under caution. I don't think anybody would have expected what actually happened. Juan Pablo Montoya would drive under caution trying to catch up to the back of the field, would break something in his race car, and slam into a jet dryer, spilling fuel all over the racetrack. After that, the entire entrance to turn 3 would be engulfed in flames, Montoya's car burning as well. NASCAR would have to delay this race for several hours to do a cleanup. And shocking, they were able to actually clean this up and resume racing. This was still probably the wildest Daytona 500 in history because this happened on a Monday night that ended up running into Tuesday morning. This was just so wacky. The 2012 Speed Weeks are going to be unforgettable for the rest of our lives. If this isn't the biggest fail and the biggest way to lose the Great American Race, I don't know what is. Sterling Marlin, with easily one of the fastest cars on that afternoon, was leading the race with only a couple laps to go. But he had a little bit of damage on his right front fender after the accident that involved him going to the red flag. So he decided to get out of his race car under the red flag, take his window net down, and walk around to the side of his race car to pull the fender out to make sure he was able to keep going to finish the race. That is something you cannot do in NASCAR, and it ended up costing him because he had to go to the back of the field and restart last on the last restart of the race and was not able to win the Daytona 500.
This week in NASCAR.
Just don't ask him to take his shoe off.
No, after he blew up at Talladega, you said you kept your foot in it just so stuff would just go everywhere.
Right, and then I wanted so bad, I coasted across the finish line to finish the last lap, and I wanted so bad to take off my uniform and you know, run naked like Ricky Bobby. I fought myself, Elliot. I had a major battle with me not to be naked right there doing that.
Thank God for small miracles.
We were showing this on network television, so we're kind of glad, too.
That would have been awesome, though.
Well, look, your brother was sitting in the booth saying,
What is he doing?
I just really wanted to be naked right then.
Do you see the passion you have to be a race car driver nowadays?
Larry, will you move? Will you trade places with me? I'm worried about him, man.
He waits till the last second and picks
He
up.
goes
the outside. Is Edwards going to no. He turns him. No.
Oh, and that destroyed the front end of Newman's car.
No.
Edwards will not make it to the flag.
Oh, Brad Keselowski won this race.
Unbelievable. Carl Edwards' car destroyed, and Junior's protege, Keselowski, the winner, and Carl Edwards is moving around and ready to climb out.
Larry, look at that. The carburetor's gone off.
It's completely gone.
Carl did what he wanted to do. He stayed at the back all day long. He played it smart. Had this race possibly won. Not now. Not sure where Carl's going. Maybe he thinks if he runs across the start-finish line, it'll count. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. He's like you know how he is. He's an athlete, a marathon runner. I want to finish the race.
And he did,
yes,
to a standing ovation from the crowd. Shades of Ricky Bobby.
The oil gets hot, obviously the water temperature goes up. So they try to, a lot of teams separate the oil cooler from the radiator, put it on a separate cooling system.
What I just saw right there, Jeff Gordon in the 24 being pushed by Carl Edwards in the 99. It's like they were trying to time as we just had the lights go out on the back straightaway.
Yeah, the back stretch and turn 2 fall to darkness. The track, however, is still green.
But guess what?
Now we're under
Jeff
caution.
Gordon and Carl Edwards have not slowed down.
Yellow is out for the light.
Oh, the pace car has been crashed. The 51 car has hit the pace car, and there is the safety car over there on the apron. That's Joe Cooksey in the 51 car. And there's the Pontiac Grand Prix safety car, the official car, as they are. And Joe Cooksey has climbed out. There's Buster Alton getting out of the car. That's good. Buster's moving around. Was Buster driving the car? I would think so. He normally is a pace car driver. The pace car was actually sitting in turn 3 waiting for the field. They had told the leader the pace car would pick up the leader in turn 3. Joe Cooksey, driving the car number 51, a 4-year ARCA veteran, was about 3 or maybe 4 laps down.
In 1999, Joe Cooksey accidentally wrecked into the pace car at Daytona International Superspeedway. Cooksey did not see the pace car, I would assume so, as the pace car was almost at a complete stop on the racetrack. The pace car was waiting for the entire field to catch up to him so they can continue on with the pacing. But unfortunately, this was never able to come to fruition, as the pace car ended up wrecked more than probably some of the other vehicles that were caught up in accidents that day. They had to tow the pace car up the track and bring a whole new one out just to finish the race.